Everyone ready to part with a few Canadian dollars? So clearly, one of the main reasons why we are all here, I think, I think it's not a mystery. I think the reality is that we have a home in Victoria that houses music, that houses energy, that houses art, and the one devastating thing that we could possibly have is to lose that. And I think we are at a crossroads right now where it is most important to figure out a way, well, we figured out a way, I didn't, of how to make this happen. And the way to happen is to create awareness of the fact that the community of the arts community, the music community has to come together to take ownership of this building so that the music can continue. Would you agree with me? Now, I'm not a financial officer. I'm not a chief, but there is a very clear way of making this happen. There is a very clear path in which every one of you can take ownership in this organization and leave a legacy behind you that will enable art, music, jazz, classical, it doesn't matter what it is because we are all one, that will enable Victoria to continue making what we make. And it will continue allowing great artists from all over the world to come to Victoria and to present the music to you. So this is this dinner was the beginning of setting off this path for all of you to figure out how you can help each other to keep this in the family, in the extended family. And I think Nicola, who has not slept for at least 8 months at this point, has done a phenomenal job in figuring out how to make this work. And I urge every one of you to talk to her and to see how is it possible to keep Hermann's in the family, in this large extended family, where music will not be undermined, where there will not be an extra burger joint here with a high rise of 12 stories for tenants, but where this building can remain in the hands of people who realize that the most important thing of life is music, is the arts, is to allow this to happen. I mean, I've been coming to Victoria since oh my God, I'm gonna date myself in a minute. Since 1997, that was my first time I arrived on this island. And it was that snowstorm that happened of the Christmas of 1990, it was 1996 to 97. I just met a young lady who I fell in love with and spent many years with and had made babies with and then divorced happily. Because no one ever gets divorced from being happy. So anyway, and my first time I arrived on this island was the beginning of 1997, and I had to sleep in the Vancouver airport because there was nothing coming out. There was no ferries, there were no planes, and here I was, a young boy of 20-something, going, oh my God, okay, here we go. The first time I came to Victoria was that, and ever since I fell in love with Victoria, and I realized that this is a ridiculous place, one of the most ridiculous places in the world. No, ridiculous in a way that I don't understand why it has this effect on me. I can't stop coming back here. I don't even have a wife anymore who is from here, and now I'm still here. So anyway, Hermann's has always, and Hermann and I we're very good friends, and I remember at some point he took out his keys and said, I was not the only person he did that with, apparently. I felt very cheated. I thought I was special, but apparently I was not. But he took out his keys and he said, "Here, I want you to run this." Anyway, those keys belong in the most trustworthy hands of Nicola Walden.